tired of the pentatonic. So I don't know if you ever had the same feeling of what I was just saying here now, but it seems to me that most of us electric guitarists that want to improvise, at some point we all get stuck in the pentatonic boxes. Now these boxes are super convenient to learn because there's 5 boxes that cover the whole fretboard. And then, most of us learn it first in the key of A minor, and maybe in the key of E minor. And for some guitar players, that's it. They never learn the 5 boxes in all 12 keys, which would be my absolute first tip to break out of the boxes. Learn the 5 pentatonic boxes in all 12 keys. Number 1. But I want to give you something more valuable today, and that is, instead of looking at the boxes, I want you to actually start looking at the notes that are inside of the pentatonic, and we're just gonna take the A minor pentatonic and C major pentatonic, because that's really the same thing, right? Another light bulb here. I'm gonna take that as an example just to keep things simple and more straightforward too. So let's get started. If we take a C drone and we play this first A minor box over it, what do we get? We get the C major pentatonic. Inside of this first A minor box, we also have a C major triad. And then we have this C major chord that all of us probably know. And if you look at it, realize that all the notes of this chord are actually inside of the A minor, right? So what do we have here? We got 3 notes in the A minor. We got the C, the E, and the G. That's a C major triad. And then we have 2 extra notes, if you think about it. We got the D note, that would be, and then we got the A note, yeah? Sounds pretty cool, right? So these are all our A minor pentatonic notes over the C drone. If you think about it even more, you realize that this D note actually resolves into the major third, the E note. You can see this here in the diagram, where you have the 3 and the 2, the open D string, resolves into that 3. So we got. Let's see what that sounds like if we take that in all 5 positions of the C major. Yeah? So we got here. We got here. 2 into 3. Here we got here. We got here. 2 going into 3. That's already the octave. So if we know where these intervals are, then we can already play some really beautiful things. Instead of doing the C major triads that we can get by following this diagram, 3 notes, we can now add a 4th note, that D note, and play like this. We play. Play this in all the positions here, yeah? And now we got 4 notes out of the possible 5 pentatonic notes. Now what if we add that A note also in here? Yeah? Let's, for example, start here in this position here, and I'm adding the A note from the 5 note. Now you got the 5, that's the G note, right? Then we go to the 6, and I'm playing this. and then I connect this with what we already had. So now we got an ornamented C major chord, 3 notes plus 2 ornament notes that has all 5 pentatonic notes in it. Now what happens if we take this instead of playing the regular minor pentatonic, you know? Instead of that, we're playing this double stop approach that's basically an ornament of the triad. What happens if we do that in an A minor bluesy context? Let's give it a try. It really doesn't sound and feel like being stuck in scale boxes anymore. Do you realize that? And it also doesn't feel like you're just playing the triads up and down like so many of us are doing. So this approach really helps you to visualize the A minor pentatonic in a completely new way. It helps you to single out the landing notes of the triads. And it also helps you to play in a major context, which for a lot of guitar players is a big problem because we just learn the minor boxes and we're pretty good in a minor context, but we never know what to play over major. Does that sound familiar? So with this concept, suddenly now you have a device that you can use in minor and major, and it's pretty amazing on how great it sounds. I'll give you an example. So here's just a beautiful backing track in C major. The chords are A minor, F, and C. Yeah? So let's see what this concept sounds like if we just apply this over this chord progression. Here we go. So maybe you don't believe me and you think there's some magical tricks involved here, but I swear I wasn't playing any extra notes than just what I showed you here with the C major triad and the 2 extra notes. And at the end here I was throwing in some A minor blues licks like most of us would probably do. So the combination of what I call the Hendrix chordal style with the regular A minor pentatonic suddenly opens up your playing field and gives you another dimension of melodic inventiveness. That's really how I feel it. So the only thing that's left for you now is to go and explore this and mix this chordal style with the few fragments that I've shown you, make some rhythmic variations and mix it with your regular A minor pentatonic material. And this diagram that I'm showing you here is going to help you further to just see all the notes and see the intervals. Because eventually the goal should be for you to hear the intervals and target them in your playing, where not your fingers are dictating what you play through finger shapes or boxes, but your ears are really telling you what to do and the fingers just follow. I hope you found this really valuable. And I can just tell you that this is all part of my Total Guitar Transformation book, where I collected all the strategies that we use at Total Guitar Transformation Academy that I use for my students to teach them how to play freely over the fretboard and start expressing yourself fully. You'll find this book on Amazon. The link is down there in the comments. And for now, I want to wish you a rocking rest of the week. Talk to you soon.